Yesterday, I shared a video of Chinese political commentator Victor Gao debating an Indian scholar in the UAE. Victor Gao initially tried to maintain a friendly discussion atmosphere with the Indian scholar. He was met with rejection. The Indian scholar bluntly pointed out that China is blocking India from becoming a permanent member of the UN Security Council. Gao was visibly displeased after being attacked. He began to counterattack. The host and the Indian scholar frequently interrupted his remarks. He managed to express some key points. He appeared somewhat emotionally out of control. I have repeatedly stated in previous videos that my evaluation of Gao is mediocre. He loves to show off and perform everywhere. Some say he clearly conveys China's tough stance in international arenas. I disagree. He lacks debating skills. He easily gives people from other countries the misconception that China is a nation making mistakes and needs to be cautious in the face of criticism from Western and Indian media. This does not align with current international realities. Many Chinese believe international media and foreign audiences are biased toward the West and India. They think maintaining emotional harmony with them helps convey China's true intentions. This is naive. When facing malicious debaters and fake news fabricators, the only correct approach is to go all out and relentlessly hit them with facts and arguments. If you try to compromise and cater to them, you will fall into a greater disadvantage. Many countries and people internationally recognize China. Their voices are not small. If you represent China on global platforms, but try to cater to the West and India, you will disappoint these supporters. The claim that China is blocking India from becoming a permanent member of the UN Security Council is wrong. Every vote China casts in the Security Council follows two principles. First, it must safeguard China's national interests. This is the highest priority. China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs is not a China-India friendship department. It executes China's diplomatic decisions and must protect China's national interests. Supporting India as a permanent member of the Security Council does not align with China's national interests. China and India have serious territorial disputes. The Indian government has implemented a series of unfriendly policies toward China. These include suppressing and persecuting Chinese companies investing in India, banning Chinese apps, and tolerating media fabrications of fake news about China. It is normal for China to refuse to let an unfriendly country become a permanent member of the Security Council. Second, China's diplomatic principles follow another guideline. Any decision it supports must align with the interests of the majority of the world, especially the global South countries that strongly support China. India has poor relations with southern countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Nepal. It constantly creates conflicts in South Asia. It poses a serious threat to world peace. China's opposition to such a country becoming a permanent member of the Security Council is correct. It aligns with the interests of most nations. Let us address the Indian scholar's claim. He said the UK, France, Russia, and the US all support India becoming a permanent member of the Security Council, with only China opposing. This is a lie. Historically, these countries have vetoed India's proposals to join. The UN has clear meeting records. If Indians fabricate even basic facts, they forfeit their right to speak. What is there to debate with a lie-generating machine? When facing such dishonest Indians, the only correct approach is to publicly expose them, mock their stupidity and ignorance, and tell them to brush up on historical facts before speaking. If you try to appease them, you will be bitten back. During the debate, the Indian scholar said the US is a democratic country. He claimed tensions in US-India relations are due to Trump, who does not represent the US. Fine. China's view is that tensions in China-India relations are caused by Modi, who does not represent India. If the US president does not represent the US, then the Indian prime minister does not represent India. If Modi and the BJP government do not represent India, China's opposition to their bid for a permanent Security Council seat only indicates opposition to Modi and the BJP government, not to India itself. China remains friendly toward India. It simply dislikes Modi and his clownish colleagues. I would also add, for anyone with a rational mind, a U.S. president may not have 100% public support. The decisions made by him and his team legally and factually represent the U.S. Saying the U.S. and Trump are not the same can only be claimed after Trump leaves office. The current fact is that Trump considers India a dying economy. He called it terrible and destined to collapse alongside Russia. These are Trump's exact words. Since India is so bad, it is the right choice for China to refuse its bid for a permanent Security Council seat. The Indian scholar must choose one. Either the U.S. opinion matters, and India is a failed state unfit for a permanent seat, or the U.S. opinion is irrelevant, and its support for India's bid holds no value for China. I acknowledge Victor Gao's professional competence. He pointed out an important historical fact. The UN is an organization for the interests of World War II victors. The 5 permanent members earned their status through significant contributions to the anti-fascist cause. They paid for it with blood and sacrifice. How could India expect to gain the same status just by boasting? From the perspective of international realities, Indians claim to have the world's 4th largest economy at $4 trillion. Their cow dung GDP is self-entertaining nonsense that no institution believes. A country that includes cow dung in its GDP has national credibility no better than cow dung. This so-called superpower has no world-leading tech industries. It has virtually no presence in global supply chains. Its population of 1.4 billion won 0 gold medals at the Olympics. It suffered a 7-0 defeat by the Pakistani Air Force in air combat. It is the dirtiest country on earth. It is home to half of the world's extremely poor population. It has a staggering number of illiterates. Indian immigrants cause major crises globally. They become a headache for countries worldwide. What qualifications does such a global laughingstock have to become a permanent Security Council member? If India wants to become a permanent member of the Security Council, it is simple. Boast less, do more, and speak with strength. China can find enough friends in the international community. India can do the same through its own strength and charm. If you fail to recognize that you are actually a laughingstock and delusionally think you can gain permanent member status through clownish boasting performances, go to bed early. Everything exists in dreams. Modi and India's other clowns share a common trait. They are like monkeys in a zoo. If you toss them peanuts and pat them, it is useless. They will think you are weak and snatch your bag. If you do what Trump does, pull out a big stick and beat them hard, they become docile. Has China's attempt to maintain friendly relations with India succeeded? One rare earth sanction, one urea embargo, and Modi the clown immediately runs to Tianjin to kiss Xi Jinping's butt. When dealing with such a country and such clowns, Victor Gao, you need to change your debate strategy. You are a Chinese scholar. We hope you perform better.